I'm gonna go with the champ, man. He's the champ for a reason.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. I want to see him win. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say Dustin's gonna win that fight.
I have to go Islam.
Another must-see event that we have coming up is UFC 302, I believe it is. And that's Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. That, to me, is going to be a banger of a fight. Dustin's out here like, I think I might retire. I don't really know. The saying in sports is, once you start thinking about or considering retirement, you're already retired.
Pretty much, yeah.
Especially in the fight game.
Yep.
It's a grueling camp. It's a beating on the body, on the mind. That's one less thing you don't want to have in the back of your mind when you're going into a fight this big, especially for a title. It's going to be 5 grueling rounds. I don't know if it's going to be quick work or if it's going to be just a knockdown, drag out for 5 rounds. Makhachev, he's dominated pretty much every fight he's been in. He's gonna maul you. He's gonna drag you into deep water, and he's gonna drown you. And Dustin's like, let's clang and bang, bro. Let's get in the middle and just throw these punches. He told Islam that during the press conference. He was like, "Hey, let's box." And Islam's like, "This isn't boxing. This is MMA." Yep. So you kind of have an idea. And Dustin's like, "I know what you're gonna try to do. You're gonna try to go for my legs, take me down. What you do, you just wear a guy out." I think Dustin knows in his mind that he's inferior on the ground, and that he has to do everything he can to keep it on the feet and just bang.
Bro, if he gets on the ground, if Dustin's on his back, he's gonna drown, bro. I guarantee you he's gonna drown.
Quick.
And I'm not a MMA expert, but with Islam being Habib's protege, his second, basically, this is basically a mini Habib, and it's gonna be ugly, bro. It's gonna be ugly. I watched an interview with Habib saying that he just basically toyed with Dustin their fight. He said, "I let him go for the guillotine." He said it was there. Was it tight? Was it no? I let him wear himself out, and then after that, I took him out. And that's their mentality, bro.
Hey, and everybody's like, that's what Dustin's gonna do. He's gonna go for the ghillie. Like that's what he's looking for. Like that's his last line of defense. You shoot for the takedown. I'm gonna slap on the guillotine, and we'll see if you can withstand it. I'd be scared to even try to say, okay, well, if you try to take me down, I'm gonna go for the ghillie. Like, to me, I'm like, bro, sprawl, fight to stay on your feet. You do not want to leave your feet for any reason in this fight, because it's you're in uncharted waters at that point. But that's just my opinion.
These Dagestanis are born on the ground, bro.
Yeah,
they love to wrestle.
Yes,
they love
that's
to
all
wrestle.
They do. That's their thing. That's their thing. That they won't ever shy away from that. And then why would you? If you're a professional at that, why would you shy away from that?
Right.
And that should be Dustin's game plan, right? Going into the fight, to try to keep the fight on the feet, not to try to take him down, not to try to do the wrestling game, not to try to go into submissions competition with this guy, because if he does that, again, kind of like to what you guys are saying, those guys, Islam and Khabib, are both very well known to, if they get you on the ground, that's it. It's pretty much a wrap. You might as well just say the fight's done. So I think the game plan for Dustin, in my opinion, is keeping it on his feet, trying to go for the knockout, trying to make sure that to see if he can get into a boxing match with with Islam, but I don't know, man. I mean, I think I'm playing the odd man out here because I want to see Dustin win. I really do want to see Dustin win.
So
But
he's the underdog.
yeah, he's the underdog.
Islam's a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would love to see Dustin win. Is it going to be easy to keep the fight on the feet and to keep the fight, standing up to where they can just throw hands? It's not going to be easy for him because you already know that Islam is going to be doing everything in his power to try to take him down, bring him down to his level, and then wear his ass out the entire fight. I think that if he can keep it, they can stay upright for the most part of the fight, I think that it could be a knockout, and it'll be within probably 3 rounds. I would say in the 3rd round, there's somebody's going to score a knockout. But if the fight stays that way, if you start to see Islam start working the takedowns and making sure that he gets him down on the ground, then that fight will probably be done earlier than that, and it'll be because of the takedown and because of the problems that he causes on the ground for him, either in submission form or just
ground and pound
by points.
Ground and pound. Yeah.
The biggest thing, what you don't want to do is start a 5-minute round where the first minute in you're on the ground, and for the next 4 minutes,
yeah, you are sure as hell don't want to do that.
That's a long round, bro.
You're about to
you're fighting for your life. You're fighting for your life.
You're swimming, and it's like I'm not making up. No, I'm just drowning. Every time I paddle, I'm drowning. Like, you don't want to go into a fight like that. I think he's got to keep it upright. I'm interested to see, but I do think Islam wins that fight. Julio, you said who wins that fight?
Dustin.
I want Dustin to win. I'm gonna go for Dustin. I'm going for the underdog on that one, and I want to see him. I want to see him win. So I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna say Dustin's gonna win that fight.
And Jay,
I like Dustin as well. I like his character. He's from my home state. However, I have to go Islam. It's just
betting on. Hey, bro, you're going with Vegas.
If I'm gonna bet, I'm gonna bet with my brain and not my heart.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's who I'm going with.
What about you, T? Who you think is gonna win that fight?
Typically I roll with the underdog, but I'm gonna go with the champ, man. He's the champ for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention something that happened today as well. The disrespect that I don't think it was truly disrespect. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But at the weigh-in yesterday or today, whatever.
It was today.
Whenever Dustin called him a MFer, I think that turned something on in Islam. So it's gonna be dark. It's gonna be a dark finish, I think.
Brutal. Just brutal.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see.
All right.
We shall see.
The other fight that I'm looking forward to is the co-main with Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa just looks like a walking muscle, like a pit bull. Just
he's a more muscled up Kendall, Brazilian Kendall.
He looks like Vitor Belfort, but with more muscles, if that's possible. Like, that's what he looks like to me. And Sean Strickland looks like your redneck friend that you go to the bar and have beers with. He's he's unassuming.
That's who's gonna win.
The loudmouth that starts shit at said bar.
Yeah, he's the guy that's running his mouth, getting everybody in trouble by the end of the night.
And that's who's gonna win. Watch.
Hey, I think it's gonna be a good fight, but I see Paulo Costa winning that fight as well.
I didn't know they were fighting.
It's always that's the crazy thing about MMA though, is that sometimes it's the least likely person that you think is going to win sometimes ends up winning, because at the end of the day, a fight is a fight. All it takes is one punch, one submission, one hold, one takedown. So
hey, one slip, one guy slips, and that's his ass, Mr. Postman.
That's it. So
any
you know,
given Saturday.
it's a very exciting time for UFC. Anybody who's a UFC fans, please tune into that fight because these fights are going to be off the chain this weekend. Please do
And
that.
we're not sponsored. We'd like to be sponsored, but you
Yes.
know,
Come on, Dana.
nice. Yeah.
Come on, Dana.
Exactly. Hey, and
Pick
if
us
you
up,
guys
Dana.
like this kind of content, like this MMA combat sports content, please drop a comment, leave a like, you know, subscribe to our channel so that we know that you guys are feeling the content.